people, Blue Pencil here. September is coming to an end and soon October will be here. I'm looking forward to projects more on the spooky side. Today I'll talk about my experience with military school, what was interesting, perhaps a tad ridiculous, and so on. I'll start with a bit of background info. The high school I attended had the typical departments for electives: music, art, and gym. Another department was designed to prepare students to enlist in the military, Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps, or JROTC for short. The branch we specialized in was the U.S. Air Force. So, with that out of the way, what was it like? I enrolled at the beginning of my sophomore year. 1 year was more than enough to get a feel for what the program was like. The classroom was pretty big. 6 or 8 rows of tables and chairs, a podium with a large whiteboard behind it, mirrors and trophy cases covering the walls, and a doorway leading to a large office space in the back. There's no doubt that the instructors held more expectations for their students. They came from intense backgrounds after all. Before each class, we made sure our shirts were tucked in. We spoke clearly and respectfully to our peers, student officers, and instructors. On uniform days, clothes must be ironed, accessories straight, shoes polished, and hair pulled back. The topics we learned included discipline, military operations, drills, and astronomy. The learning environment was definitely strict, so what could have possibly been appealing about it? I enrolled in the program for 2 reasons. The first was during my freshman year. Seeing students practice drills in the hallways was incredibly captivating. The second was wanting to experience what my sister had undergone years prior. I liked the organization brought about by the daily routines. Wearing a uniform gave me confidence, and I felt professional. The instructors made an effort to listen to your concerns and push you to become a better version of yourself. But my most favorite part? Drills. I can't express how much I loved doing these. For anyone who doesn't know, a drill is a list of commands that one person must communicate to the entire group. We practice variations almost every day to prepare for our finals at the end of the year. For me, it's intriguing to be part of a group moving in sync at each order given. Following commands was easy, but being the one to deliver them was a whole other story, which I'll explain later in the video. While I enjoyed many things about the program, there were others that annoyed me. For example, I had a hard time interacting with student officers. They seemed so out of reach that it was rare for me to approach them. A few displayed kindness and respect to lower ranks, making it a breeze to follow their directions. Others held an unhealthy amount of confidence that transformed into cockiness. With poor attitudes, they would expect students to follow orders without question. Look, I understand the military can hold various characters within the higher ranks. Soldiers may need to suck up their pride and complete their duties regardless. However, there should be a line drawn when it's students guiding other students. I understand now that these officers endure an incredible amount of stress and responsibility, making them an entirely different person than if you interacted with them outside of class. There will be times when they are serious to ensure other students are following the rules. With all that in mind, I still believe respect must be earned. Officers who take the time to check their character and attitude may experience a more positive response from their lower ranks. Another troublesome part of the program was the physical and emotional tolls. It made sense that there were rough physical exercises to help prepare students for actual military training. Wearing an entire uniform in 90-degree weather was uncomfortable but tolerable. At that time, heck even now, I'm not the most athletic person. I'd work hard to complete the activities, but if I needed a break, I would not push myself until I was ready. But there was one instance where I couldn't collect myself. My class was doing exercises outside on the hot pavement. It had to be early May in the high 90s. We were ordered to do sit-ups. The catch was we had to link our arms together and do a couple sets as an entire group. If everyone wasn't in sync, we had to restart. Ugh, just picture this for a moment. The scorching sun beating down, muscles probably burning, faces covered in sweat, and the enduring agony again and again until the entire group did the activity correctly. It was tough. Instead of blue pencil, I was turning into red pencil. In the end, I earned a scraped elbow and the need for a respirator. While there were rough physical experiences, they seemed more comfortable to handle than the emotional ones. Before enrolling, I wish I figured out if my nature could fit smoothly into the program's daily trials. Part of me thought that a military environment would give me the confidence I needed to carry myself in life. While it helped some, most of the struggles I went through seemed to capitalize because I was sensitive and awkward. If I needed to ask the instructors questions, I'd recite what to say and not step out of line. Weird how it was more comfortable to ask them questions than approach peers my age. This was definitely the case when drill finals were approaching. To earn a good grade for this final, each student must recite a list of commands to the entire class, guiding them in a giant circle until everyone reaches the starting point again. Other things to consider were if everyone synced their steps and if you clearly spoke the commands. My turn was approaching, and I asked one of the instructors for advice. To my dismay, he called a couple of nearby student officers from another class and asked if they could help me practice outside. Yay. The next thing I know is I'm out with people I barely know, trying my best to command the orders. The entire 15 minutes felt like a blur. I only remember being called out for mistakes, such as not speaking loud enough, not being in step, or having stiff movements. Looking back, I know these students were just trying to help as the officers they were, clearly and to the point. But the pressure was so unbearable that my heart started to beat rapidly, and I could feel my eyes water. I was thinking to myself, don't you do it, Blue. Don't show weakness. Suck up those tears and... Nope, you're crying. Well, alright then, you're crying. I couldn't control my breakdown, so I apologized for wasting their time and rushed to the bathroom. You know when you cry in an embarrassing place, you do those awkward hiccups? Well, I was doing that for a good 5 minutes and well into when class was starting. I appreciate the one classmate who took the time to comfort me. Thank you. Aside from those moments that I tried to hide away in the deep crevices of my mind, the program was a fun experience. For my drill final, I built up enough confidence to earn one of the class's highest grades. Thank you to my peers who encouraged me during that time. 1 year was enough for me, so I happily watched future students practice from afar. If you guys are in high school and interested in enrolling in these programs, my advice is to try it for at least 1 semester. If you enjoy it, you can continue the course, climb the ranks, and earn a good military position. If it's not your calling, you can proudly say you went through that routine, learned integral parts of personal growth, and move on with your life. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay safe and have a pleasant day. Yeet!